a man saw a lost foal on the road, whose mother was nowhere to be seen. The man realized that he had to help the unfortunate baby. And then, something incredible happened. This story began in endless meadows, where a small herd of horses grazed. Among the animals, the beautiful horse Alice stood out, who recently gave birth to her first foal, peacefully nibbling the grass next to her mother. It was after lunch when the herd decided to move some distance, where there was more fresh grass. But the animals did not know that several hungry coyotes were watching them from the nearby forest. Typically, coyotes do not attack an entire herd of horses, fearing serious rebuff from the adults. Predators wait until a young or weak individual breaks away from the herd in order to feast on easy, appetizing prey. This happened this time too. Alice's cub fell a little behind the herd, and the coyotes immediately rushed to attack. The frightened foal ran as fast as he could. And Alice noticed dangerous predators and, together with several other horses, gave a serious rebuff to the coyotes, forcing them to abandon their idea and hide in the forest. But the little frightened foal galloped too far and hid somewhere, and the frightened mother could not find her baby. Desperate Alice tried unsuccessfully to find the baby all evening, and then the next morning. But the little foal seemed to have fallen through the ground. All that remained was to hope that the cub did not fall prey to predators and would be able to find its way to the herd on its own. At the same time, the foal galloped too far, escaping from hungry predators, and did not know how he could now find his mother. The smart kid hid in the bushes for the night so as not to accidentally become someone's prey, and in the morning he continued searching for the herd until he eventually found himself on a track that crossed the entire field and stretched endlessly in both directions. Luckily for the confused foal, there were very few cars moving along the road. Otherwise, he would have risked dying under the wheels of a speeding vehicle. The cub chose the direction that, in his opinion, should lead to his mother, and galloped along the highway along the metal fence that stretched along the entire length of the road. Several hours passed like this. Most drivers drove past the foal, trying not to hit the animal moving chaotically along the road. Fortunately for the cub, he did not become a victim of reckless drivers, and one driver nevertheless paid attention to the lonely foal and felt that he needed help. The driver got out of the car wondering what to do with the foal, but the cub got scared and again galloped along the metal fence. Then the man, not wanting to give up, got into the car and began to slowly move behind the foal so as not to scare him even more. About an hour later, the driver noticed a herd of horses grazing in a nearby field and thought that among them might be the mother of the lost foal. The man stopped to see what would happen next. As he expected, one of the horses separated from the herd and headed towards the road as soon as he saw a frightened foal on it. Of course, it was the same Alice. And the cub, who immediately recognized its mother, rushed towards her. But the reunited couple was separated by a metal fence, which was not so easy to overcome. The foal tried to jump over the last obstacle, but the baby was still too small and weak, and it didn't work out. Seeing this difficult situation, the driver realized that now only he can help reunite the horse mother and her beloved baby. There was just one big problem. It was dangerous to approach the foal, as Alice could perceive it as a threat and attack the man. After all, despite the fact that the foal could not jump over the fence, an angry adult horse most likely would have done it without much difficulty and would have simply trampled the man. Therefore, approaching the cub, despite great desires to help, was quite a risky undertaking. The driver looked at the confused couple for a while, before finally deciding to take a huge risk and heading straight towards the foal. The frightened kid first started to run, but the persistent man was determined to finish what he started. And his friend did not dare to get out of the car, saying that he would film everything that was happening on his phone camera. A fearful friend managed to capture the moment the brave driver finally caught up with the foal and lifted it high off the ground to return it to the suffering horse. Fortunately, Alice correctly understood the good man's intention and waited patiently on the other side of the fence. On the first attempt, the foal's hooves got caught on the fence. Then the driver made another decisive effort and carried the baby over the fence into the field. Happy Alice and her cub were finally reunited, and the driver could not hold back his tears as the pair of horses returned to their relatives, who were eagerly waiting for them nearby. When the man was about to leave, the same mare raised her head and let out a quiet, shrill neigh. It could have been a coincidence, but it seemed like she was saying goodbye to him and thanking him for everything. Tears welled up in the driver's eyes again. These wild horses became his outlet, but he didn't think that the mare would understand everything and thank him. When the men returned home, a friend immediately uploaded a video of the rescue of the foal to the internet, and it quickly went viral. And the driver himself could not forget Alice's grateful eyes. And every time, driving along the same route, he grabbed a few fresh apples with him to treat the happy mother horse and her smart baby. And so, after hours of fear and hope, the story concluded with the foal reuniting with its mother, Alice. It was an incredibly emotional moment as the foal nuzzled against his mother, as if the world had finally been set right. Alice stood watching the man who had risked his safety to save her baby, letting out a soft, heartfelt neigh. Animals may not understand words, but they undoubtedly recognize intentions and feel the love offered to them. The man, a mere passerby, never imagined this moment would leave such an impact on him. Seeing Alice's eyes filled with gratitude, he couldn't hold back his tears. He realized that the act of kindness he had done was not just about saving a life, but a reminder of the profound connection between all living beings. Later, as he continued his journey, he carried with him the memory of this unforgettable moment. From that day on, whenever he drove by the meadows where Alice and her foal lived, he would bring a few apples to leave for them, a small gesture to ensure their happiness. This story is not just about rescuing an animal, it's a testament to human compassion, proving how a single act of kindness can bring love, hope, and change to the world around us. Dear viewers, if you like this video, then like and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.